Why, hello there, Mr. Oso. I'm here to interview you about your latest controversial topic. Now, for the people watching at home, can you please repeat what you said the other day?
Yes. First, let me say how thankful I feel that you're letting me tell my side of the story on your show, Miss Bradford. Um, but I have to be honest, it's a bit of a tricky question. This last week has been fairly busy, and I've been around town. I've been helping different groups. As you know, I was involved with the seal clubbing team because we have this big growth in seals in our neighborhood. Then I was working with the No Ma'am men's rights activist. Um, and then there was, of course, the kerfuffle involving the police chief, where I said, we need big government. We need government to come into people's homes because otherwise people are going to hide things and they're going to be sneaky. And, those who are advocating privacy rights, they just want to hide things from everybody else.
Yep, exactly. That's what I thought you said, Mr. Oso. And I just wanted to ask you a question. Why do you think that?
Well, the other morning I was coming down the stairs and I swear I smelled waffles. So I asked my wife, I said, "Are you making waffles?" And she said, "Well, no, I'm not making any waffles." And I said, "Well, I smell waffles. What's the smell?" And she's like, "I don't smell anything." So of course I go next door and I get my neighbor and I say, "Hey, come over here, smell this." And he's like, "I don't smell anything." And I'm like, "You don't smell any waffles?" And he's like, "No." So then I'm like, "Okay, you two are being a bunch of dinks." So I called the police. I called the police chief, and he comes out and he says, "You know what? I do smell waffles." And he looks me straight in the eye and he says, "You know what? You know what? I think you have uncovered the greatest plot, the greatest what do you call it? Planned secret arrangement collusion that has ever occurred in this town. That these people are trying to hide our waffle supply, and of course, where we are, syrup is a big deal, and." If someone's hiding the waffles, well, then what do you use the syrup for? So I look my wife and my neighbor in the face and I say, "Hey, that's not right. You shouldn't be hiding waffles. You shouldn't be lying to people. It's wrong."
I see. Yeah.
And so this is why I say the government has to come into people's houses, and we can't have people lying because the people who are they're advocating these rights. They're trying to hide things. They're trying to be mean. They're trying to be sneaky, and they're trying to undermine our community values.
Don't you think that's a bit rude?
Oh, I think I was proven right. The very next day, my wife made me some waffles for breakfast, and I was greatly appreciative of this. But, ipso facto, we need the government to be involved. We need them to be controlling people or overseeing people so we do not have these incidences continuing to repeat throughout our communities. Because sure, I can go a day without waffles. But what about the Hendersons or the Gabrielos or the other people? I don't know that they can hold up without their waffle supply. And this kind of behavior is unacceptable. And this is one of the reasons why I helped found the No Ma'am men's rights activists.
Well, aren't you quite the character? Okay, I understand. Well, we're all entitled to our own opinion. However, can you go back to the part when you mentioned that you think it only occurs with men? Why does this only occur with men? Why can't women have this too?
Well, women seem to be the ones that are doing the hiding. Like my wife hides my checkbook, my waffles. Just the other day she hid my gun. And I don't do the same thing. I don't mess with her stuff. I say, "That's your stuff. You do with it as you want," and I leave it alone.
I see.
This is why I think it's a men's issue and why it only happens to men. Because men go with the flow and the women. My wife, she hides my waffles. And no, it's very wrong. I really do not like it.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I entirely agree with that, but like I said before, we're all entitled to our own opinion. Anyway, let's talk about something else now. Now, I want to go back to your recent your recent posting on the TikTok on the TikTok the other day, and then you made a very interesting dance video. What exactly were you trying to show with that dance video? Was it trying to represent your confidence with yourself? It was a bit confusing for the viewers watching.
Oh, yeah, that. I was really trying to communicate with the audience, my artistic spirit. That I could flow like the syrup, or melt like the butter, or, even glide like a scrambled egg on a non-glazed pan.
Okay. I see. Well, thank you for your time. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. Goodbye.
Wait a minute, I was promised a tote bag and some coffee. Who am I supposed to talk to about this?